All right, welcome back everybody to the Fast and Slow podcast. I'm your host Nick, and with me as always is Nate, and we're on episode 18, version 69.
Feels
uh,
like it.
yeah, yesterday we tried recording, and for some reason, we were talking about it before I started the recording out here, but um, the internet is not connecting, not going as far as it should be for some reason, and I got to figure out what the problem is. But
Yeah.
either way,
You
if
s-
you're not grainy, so we'll we'll keep
yeah.
going.
You said it though. We had so much luck. It's really the first, aside from my computer, but that was attributed to just a crappy computer. Really, we've been lucky with the IT and struggles and bugs. So we had it coming.
Yeah, I'm doing all this on a MacBook Air from 2015.
Yeah, and I don't even know what this is. ASUS, ASUS. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, yeah. It's like Walmart special stuff.
Yeah, it's for sure.
Yeah.
But
Well, yesterday we started talking about how beat down we are from work and how
yeah,
it just was fitting the tech problems we
yeah.
had. So let's get back into it.
I think we said something along the lines of, when life really gets you down, like work and life and all that, like, don't you just look forward to like getting out in the garage or talking with your friends? And then about that time, the internet was like, haha, no.
in your face.
Yeah. It was, you couldn't have timed it any better. But
Yeah, yeah. So I don't want to try to recreate exactly what we talked about yesterday, but I think it's worth, discussing, you brought up a good point about just realizing that no matter how long apart we are from being in the garage, uh, the passion just never goes away. Like we're
yeah,
addicts.
and I think that's how, you know, so like I had a rough week last week with work and 2 weeks because you throw in the holiday in there and it was like nothing, there was no sense in even trying to get done. So it was one of those things where it's like just relinquish control and just let get the projects for work done and all that, and get through the holidays and try and enjoy it all while you can, and then try and get back into the garage when you can. But I was like, in those moments, it's kind of a litmus test for me. It's like, I hadn't been out here in like almost 10 days. It's like when I walk past the project every morning to go to work, and it's like I look at it and I'm like, man, I just cannot wait to get back to it. Like I'm just constantly thinking about it, and that's how I know, it's still worthwhile. I spending money and the time, it's still justifiable because I'm just counting down the minutes to when I can get back to it. And that's, if for no other reason, that's why I do it.
Agreed. And I'm still going to butcher the quote, but I referenced it yesterday too. But Jerry Seinfeld's comedians getting coffee in cars, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
Um, it was like him and Jay Leno, and he said something to the effect of, it's I wake up in the morning and I'm thinking about cars, and I get my coffee and I'm thinking about cars, and I go to work and I'm thinking about cars, and I kiss my wife goodnight and I'm thinking about cars or something like that, something absurd.
Yeah.
And it's true. Like it's something ingrained in us that, we never lose the passion, which I think a lot
Yeah.
of people can relate to.
Yeah. And I think that, speaking of relatable, that's is why it is such a struggle. And I think a source of anxiety is, you and I it's not what we do for a living. It's definitely our hobby and our source of entertainment and even like getaway. But, it's, I think a lot of people are in that situation, and probably a lot of people get really down on themselves. It's like the quintessential car guy thing, right? Like, I'm gonna fix it up one day. Like, just wait and you see. Like, it's gonna be a stunner. And it's like everybody's got some project like that where it's like one of these days, and it is really hard to stay on top of it. And I think if you're not obsessed with it, then maybe it won't get done. But I think it's to me, I think somebody told me a long time ago, or I saw a quote or whatever, and I try and hold to it, was like every day try and do something. And that's not even necessarily out in the garage. Like work's busy. I don't have time to get in the garage. So it's like, the half hour I take to eat lunch, I'm going to make a quick list, or I'm going to order something off McMaster or Speedway Motors or something. I'm going to do something, even if it's literally just make a decision on something or sketch something out on the back of a napkin. Like, then to me, that I try and do that every day. If it's not, it's like you just move it. Even if you move just a tiny hair, it's still worth it.
Yeah, and the little things I think will add up too from a planning perspective. If like you can take, 15, 20 minutes, like you said, at lunch to try to knock out something that, otherwise takes more time if you're doing it in the garage.
Yeah,
Maybe you're carving out more time for yourself in the garage, uh,
yeah,
otherwise wouldn't have. So
yeah. And it's not always applicable, but it's super motivating to, within reason, to like, so you like have a rough week and you're making decisions and buying some parts, and then once you've got all the parts there in the garage, it's like, well, now maybe that's all you need is an hour just to go out there. You've done all the thinking, you've got the plan and the sketch and the parts all sitting there waiting for you. Just go do it, and then maybe that's all you need. Otherwise, like I've told you before, like I find myself in here a lot, just staring at it, just like how do I want that to look or something like that. So Instagram helps. Like I take a ton of pictures now of all the different angles or even videos of me just kind of standing there, like, so then at work, at lunch or whatever, I can look at those pictures and it's like, well, there I might as well be standing in the garage, but I'm actually at lunch on my lunch break.
yeah, I do that too if I'm struggling to figure out a problem or, figure out what I want to do next. I'll take a bunch of pictures to, you know, email them to myself because just I don't have access to my phone all day.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll just pull it up or even like if I'm inside. Yeah, we talked about this a little bit, but
The wife's
uh,
talking to you, you can be like, yep.
yep, 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 yep.
Uh-huh.
Gotta figure out what's next on the project list. But yeah, and for me, the brake upgrade, that I was doing, I kind of got the other direction. I was getting burnt out on car stuff, or this particular project because it was just like it it's not certainly not the hardest job I've done or the biggest job I've done, but it's involved. I think it's more involved than most of the things I've done to the car. Um, and I was just so tired of brake lines. Like it just I was out here, for a couple weeks, two or three, maybe four times a week. Not for long, but almost every day. And I was just, it's done. I told you yesterday, but for the audience, it's plumbed. I still have to take the master cylinder out and bench bleed it, and then bleed the rest of the brakes, but everything's
Mhm.
mocked up. And by the time I got to that point, I was just like, F this. I don't, I'm so tired. And it's probably a good thing that I did it at the beginning of the off season because, you know, usually
Yeah,
if I'm up against a wall, I'll rush something and then not do it right. And that's not a good thing.
yeah. Break. I don't know if you ran in this scenario. I'm sure you would have told us about it by now if you did, but brakes are kind of the notorious like ball buster because you haven't lived until you've bent up some brake lines, gotten everything all nice and tidy, and then added the flare and then realized that you forgot the cap.
I did it one time for this project. And fortunately, I didn't have to do like front to back brake lines. It was
Yes.
relocating the proportioning valve to the um, yeah, just proportioning valve to the rest of the lines, and so it was small sections, probably
Yeah.
12 to 18-inch sections, but it was still enough to be like, as I don't have. I said it last episode. I bought the Harbor Freight guy, which, in all fairness, it it worked. Um,
Yeah.
it's not the greatest thing in the world. Like after the fact, I was talking to my dad, and he's like, "Yeah, I got one of those, mount up on a vise, and you like spin the dial and pull the thing." And I'm like,
Oh, like the Eastwood.
yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's the Eastwood version. I'm not
yeah.
100% sure, but like, yeah, that would have been nice.
Yes. Yeah, but now you know. I mean, we
Yeah,
said before, it's like, okay, you can knock on Harbor Freight all you want, but they've got their place,
yeah,
and it's either going to last or it's not. And if it doesn't, you could buy it 2 or 3 times before you've paid. You know, like I said, that's I usually what Harbor Freight stuff I have. It's my litmus test of like, all
yeah,
right, like the portable bandsaw is my classic example. Like
yeah,
I bought it, you know, having barely convinced myself that I would ever need a portable bandsaw. And I'll be damned if I don't use it multiple times a week, even as a hobbyist. Like I've turned it into a small portable upright bandsaw and I
yeah,
use the hell out of it.
yeah,
And if anything happens to it, I'm gonna go for a nice one because I use it. I've proven to myself now I use it enough all the time. It's a
yeah.
staple now.
Yeah, this thing though, I'm not, God, knock on wood, I'm not going to be flaring a bunch of brake lines. I'm not opening a brake shop in the
Yeah,
garage. So it got the job done. There was one questionable flare that wouldn't be the end of the world if I had to redo. I'm like 90%, 99. I'll go 99% sure that it's going to be fine. But I'm going to do a lot of pressure testing before
yeah,
I hit the road.
yeah.
Um,
That's why you got a reservoir, right? You can
Yeah,
afford to lose
yeah.
a
It
little.
won't be an explosion, and have no brakes.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, so anyway, that's kind of where I'm at with the projects right now. Not much on the update front. It looks cool. Like every time I come out here, I have the wheels are actually inside, which I'll tell you that in a minute. But yeah, every time I come out, I'm like, damn, that's sexy. This is
nice.
nice.
Yeah, we're kind of we're in that we're getting into like the dead of winter now with winter projects. The only thing that I'm feeling anxious about is I told myself that the big project would start this winter,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and it's like I know it's still early winter time, but like deep down, I'm like, come New Year, I'm gonna probably be like at my wits end, having not started it yet. So
Mhm.
I'm really hoping that by the end of the year, the pedal car is where I want to leave it for at least the foreseeable future. And
Yeah.
I'm just dying to get started on that and starting to kind of fire up some conversations with people about parts remaining that I need.
Hmm.
Um, so I find myself starting to think a little more about that than the pedal car. Like the
Yeah.
pedal car now is at a point where it's like all the head scratching and thinking and decisions are done. And it's just weld it and metal finish and blend, and there'll be some painting too, but like the chassis is going to be painted. But
Yeah.
I keep getting distracted. Now at lunch, I'm not thinking about the pedal car. I'm thinking about that, and
Right. Right. Is
DMing
there,
people on Instagram, and I'm on Marketplace looking for remaining parts. And
yeah. Is
um,
there any sense in pausing the pedal cart this winter until like closer to spring? Like, is your son going to be able to use it?
no, so that's hot off the press. Yesterday, I had him. So I've got the chassis on the ground, which I posted. It's not on the ground now; it's right over there. But
It looked
I
cool.
can temporarily put it on the ground now on its own wheels, and
Yeah.
um, I had him sit on it, which he instantly tried. It's like it's a wagon mode now, so he like instantly tried to like take off with it, and I'm like, dude, the wheels aren't attached. Like there's literally nothing that's holding anything on. So,
Yeah.
and no amount of me telling him to stop doing that, he's he's got he knows what he wants and he's going to get it.
Yeah.
So, but I chalked the wheels to make it harder for him to push through it whenever it
Mhm.
worked. And he fits. He does. Everything's a really good fit. His legs aren't too long yet, and the steering wheel's a good length away from his chest.
Mhm.
The problem, and I need to decide what I want to do. So I wanted that sleek look. So the steering wheel is really low. That's the problem. The steering wheel's too close to his legs.
Ah.
And I've honestly skipped over the pedal part of it yet
Hmm.
because I haven't decided how I want to do it. And I've got two designs. One of them's classic, like chain and sprockets and pedals,
Hmm.
and the other one is a belt. So still pedals, but instead of a chain, it's a belt.
Hmm.
And I think the belt was going to be a um, little easier, maybe a little cheaper.
Okay.
Um, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, he's either option now, he's going to have that steering wheel's in the way. That's all there is to it. So I'm trying to decide, do I want to maybe skip pedals, just not do pedals at all? I know it's a pedal car, so shame on me, but
Yeah.
he could still push on the ground with his feet.
Oh, I see. Like
It'll
Flintstone
still be
style.
a wagon. And I'm like, so like, what do I do? Like I've prioritized the style. And that's why I wanted the steering wheel like in the envelope of the body. I could raise it up and make it look more toy-like, which is a toy, I know. But I've definitely sacrificed some usability for style. I'm trying
Yeah.
to decide how much I care or how much he cares. He didn't seem to care. He wanted to push on the ground and take off.
Yeah. Could you do like a footstool if you wanted to do like if you wanted to take them on a hill and be like, hey, this is a
Yeah, it would be like a downhill derby car.
yeah, yeah,
That's a good idea. Put a little footwell. That's actually probably a better idea anyway for when it's in wagon mode. Like if I've connected the wagon handle and I'm pulling him,
yeah.
um,
Could you
because it'd be less likely that I'd catch his foot or he'd try
yeah,
and Fred Flintstone me into stopping.
yeah. I wonder if
Uh,
you could also just put a small like friction brake on the ground, like a lever that would
yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
we're adding more things to your to do.
Well, so honestly, so the pedal thing is a real booger because like like I said, I've the style has been non-negotiable. I want it to look the way I want it to look, and the
Hmm.
functionality needs to accommodate the looks. The but to do that though, like why the chain and the belt even is such a head scratcher is there's not a direct shot from where the pedals would be to the axle. I'm gonna need a series of idlers and even tensioners to get it under the seat. Like
Ooh.
he's sitting down as low as possible in it, which means any belt or chain needs to go even further lower, which means it needs
Yeah.
to come down off the pedals under his seat and up to the axle,
Hmm.
um, to the point where I'm like, I may not do pedals. That's my compromise. Is like this winter, I'm not likely to figure out the pedals, and that'll mostly be to um, just get to the end. Like come
Hmm.
springtime, I want to take it to car shows. And that will be wagon mode. I'm not going to trust him to pedal himself around
Yeah, yeah.
expensive cars. Um, and then last night I was like just laying in bed, like, should I put an electric motor on it?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Even a small one, even with like,
Oh, dude.
I mean, some of these pack a little bit of a punch. Like 24 volts is even
Yeah.
24 volts is getting after it. What's the DeWalt? 20 volts. Yeah, 20-volt DeWalt.
Yeah, DeWalt's
24
20.
volt Cobalt. This one's kind of a weenie. This is a yard work one that
Yeah. I
it
think
came with something, but it's like the one that I actually use for yard work is where did that go? Where is that? Oh, here we go. Yeah, I've got a 4 amp hour
shit.
one. This is the one that I use. I got a
Yeah.
2 amp hour one that
Here's a
came with.
5 amp hour.
Oh, yeah, there we
Yeah. Oh, oh,
go.
oh.
So I'm like, because
Yeah.
honestly, that would I'm kicking myself because it's supposed to be like an old school toy pedal car classic, but I'm like, I've screwed myself on the packaging, and I'm not willing to sacrifice even an ounce of style to make it work. So you know what doesn't have to go under the seat and all that is
Hmm? A direct drive motor to the rear
Yeah.
axle. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that I was sitting in bed like I was telling myself I didn't want to do that from the beginning because anytime I tell anybody about the project, they're like, "You should totally put a motor on it," and like,
Oh.
you know, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, go karts are coming. Like, there's time for a go kart. Like, this is pedal car, like child's toy.
That's a good
And
point. That's a good point. If you do have plans to make your kids go-karts, then I would be in team keep it a either a pedal or a Flintstones style car.
yeah, so we'll see. It'll.
Yeah.
My whole point there is it's going to start with Flintstones. That's how it'll be this winter and into the spring. If I do that, then he should he's got probably more than a year out of it before he physically won't fit.
Okay.
And then maybe late midsummer, late fall after we've had our fun with it, I'll start hot rodding it.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
But like I haven't done any thinking on that, so it'd be like a whole mini project in itself. Like all the engineering, like how to make it fit, how to now pedals and brakes question mark and you
Yeah.
know things
Especially
like that.
if your goal is to start the actual car
Yeah,
project, then I would, yeah, I'd say keep that for shelve that for a future
yeah.
plan.
And like my daughter, like she was out here with us when he was sitting in it and everything. She's 7 now, so she's quickly coming up on proper go kart age.
Yes.
And I need to do some soul searching there. Like I've said before, I'm in a neighborhood HOA, the whole 9 yards.
Hmm. Yeah.
I'm gonna I want a go kart. I just got to figure out how to what that looks like,
Where's the
where to put it. Damn it,
yeah, where to
that's the
put
bigger
it?
problem.
Is there any how close are you to like does Kilcare still have their small go-kart track? I mean, it's
Maybe,
they probably don't do like open days for fun.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I don't
No.
know if I'd want to do like,
Nah.
a the wife would kill me if she thought I was getting our daughter into like karting, like
Racing. Yeah.
racing, because we haven't talked about that. I
Yeah.
don't know that I want her in racing yet. I don't know that
No.
she wants her. I don't know
Dude,
that my
I don't
daughter
even
wants.
know if I'd get in a freaking cart. You see those
Yeah,
guys ping pong themselves? Like,
yeah.
no way.
Especially like a bunch of strangers and diehards out there.
Yeah,
No,
no.
I'm thinking yard cart.
Yeah. Put some knobby or not
Yeah.
knobby, but like
Oh yeah, they're like old lawnmower tires
yeah,
and
yeah.
have it geared way down, but you know.
That'd be fun.
So yeah, we'll see. That's that's where we are. Good news. It makes it good news, bad news. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but my son's almost too big. Could
Yeah.
amp it up with electricity, but
Nah. Keep it original and
yeah, and I may not too, because even hers, it's kind of destined to become like hanging artwork, right? Like I'm gonna probably either it's in the garage or it's gonna be in the basement, but I'm gonna hang them up on the wall so that they effectively become artwork when they're no longer, playable toys.
yeah, maybe even
So,
consider too. I mean, if your kids have kids one day, you know,
oh, for
it,
sure, yeah. I mean,
it
they're
is electric how sustainable
it's true.
how sustainable is that in 25 years or 30 years, whatever it is,
Yeah,
pedals will always pedal, but
that's true.
about
And yeah, I think you've convinced me. I think I'll either leave it Flintstone or finish the swing on the pedals because I do want that vintage toy element to it. Like,
yeah.
you know, I would be really stoked if somebody sees one of the cars and they ask like, "Oh, like how old like what year was this made or how old is
Mhm.
it?" Or we're like, "Nice."
Yeah,
That would be a compliment.
that'd be good.
Yeah. So, yeah, all right, forget the electricity.
All
Settled.
right.
I'm done with it. See there, we progressed one of our projects.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of being in the winter, so I mentioned that this garage stays pretty like relatively warm.
Hmm.
And dude, we hit like teens. It was pretty cold and pretty overcast. And it got down to 50 degrees. And
Really?
yeah, like I woke up
That's
like first thing in the morning, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I come out here, I bought a thermometer just to hang up. Yeah,
yeah.
50 degrees. Uh, and so I'm like, man, that's crazy to me that
For a 3-car garage?
three-car
Yeah.
garage with windows that are
Yeah.
probably original. I can't imagine that they, you know,
Yeah, why would you?
yeah. So it was made in the 80s. So I imagine probably single pane, maybe double pane, but either way. Um, because I was always worried about the my tires because I have the 200 tread wear you know
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the memes going around with how they have the pets meme where it's like
Oh,
if
there
you're
if
if you're cold
yeah, if
they're
you're
cold.
bring them inside,
Yeah.
yeah, your tires.
So I ended up buying the tire rack duffels that go around
Yeah.
the tires, and I just put them up in my sim gaming
Hmm.
room, and caught a bunch of grief from my wife. She was like, "You
What are these
are."
doing in the house?
He's like, "You are the bougiest person I've ever seen. You bought your tires duffels."
I can't leave my tires in the garage. They need
Yeah.
to be inside.
And then I was like, "Well, I spent this much money on these tires, and if they get too cold," and she's like,
Yeah.
"You did what?"
Wait a
Jokingly.
minute. You mean to tell me you bought tires that can't get too cold?
Mm. Yeah, she's
Sure
like,
did.
"What are you ridiculous?" Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's
That's it. That's interesting. So like this 2-car obviously, and then it shares 2 or 1.5 walls with living space, and then half the ceiling with living space,
mhm.
and then the rest of it's not insulated. So like that shelf portion is not insulated.
Okay. Yeah.
The that part of it's not insulated, and then this whole sidewall is not insulated because it's to the outside.
Yeah.
And it gets that, yeah, that one weekend we had that was teens, it got down to 35, 36 in here.
Yeah.
For the most part, it's been hovering with it in the 30s, and then 20s at night. It's been hovering around 45 in here.
Okay.
But then I got me that nice heater that
Yeah. Yeah. It's
I
weird.
can
I
I can
mean,
have it at 70 if I want.
yeah. Yeah. You want to talk about bougie?
Yeah.
But no, I
Dude,
mean
I
the front wall is the only shared space. It's otherwise both sides are completely, open.
that is wild to me that it stays that.
Yeah. And then the upstairs, I think I mentioned it, but it's attic space. It's OSB. I think it's insulated underneath the OSB because there's pockets you can see.
Yeah.
But dude, you go in the attic and it's like freezing. It's insane how cold the attic gets compared to, you know,
Yeah.
I mean it's pretty cold outside and I'm not warm by any means, but I'm not like
Yeah, you're not have snot running down your face,
yeah.
and some of our first episodes,
Yeah, no kidding.
I had my coat on. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's cold. Dude,
But
so I will, speaking of like being motivated and stuff like that heater is worth its weight in gold, man.
have you got your first bill?
No, I'm not even gonna look at it. I don't even know what we pay for a kilowatt hour, but that baby's 10 kilowatts when it's running.
Yeah,
So,
man. No, that's
uh,
that's legit and it's
but
safe.
as far as like,
Like,
you get home from work and exhausted from the day, and get the kids to bed and do your chores and clean up the house, and it's like, at least in my case, it's like 9:30 at best, 10 at worst. And it's like, now I'm going to go out into the freezing cold garage and manhandle aluminum and steel. And it's like, there's times where you talk yourself out of it. You're like,
yeah.
or I could stay in here and we'll watch a movie and,
Hmm.
sip some bourbon or something.
Yeah.
And
That's how
it's
I
like,
was
well,
feeling before I came out here.
now,
Like laying on the
now,
couch watching TV and
Now I get like, I have a little procedure now, get home, eat dinner, and then when we're on our way up to getting the kids to bed, I come out here and flip on the heater,
Hmm.
and that gives it, 45 minutes to an hour and that's about all it takes. It'll go from, call it 40 degrees in here to, 68, 70 in an hour.
It's wild.
But then it's like when I'm questioning, like, do I really want to work out in the garage tonight? And I open the door and it's like there's no temperature difference
Oh,
between.
yeah.
It's like it lures you in. You're just like, oh, I'll just go.
Yeah.
Bright lights. It's like what you're just, it's like a fly. You're just like, I'm just going to
Yeah. Yeah. Where'd Nick
follow
go?
the light. No, I can't believe it's been this long, honestly, especially since like living in New York, and Indiana is about the same climate as here, but
Hmm.
it's like, man, I
Yeah.
was dumb. I should have done that a long time ago.
Yeah. No kidding. Yeah. I do want to talk about the sim. To
Yeah, let's hear it.
transition to that,
So I'm surprised didn't mention it sooner, because that's a full blown project in itself.
it is. It's kind of funny. I'll get into it. So we have an expensive hobby, and I have what I like to call a black budget in terms of like government money. My
Yeah.
Camaro budget is a black budget. We don't talk about it. I just have it.
You just print the money when you need it, and
Yeah. And so that all that being said, I've been trying to convince my wife that it was a good idea to buy a sim computer for 3 years now. And
mm.
if you compare the cost of my sim computer to anything on this thing, it's like nothing compared to car parts. And so I just
Oh,
find
okay.
it funny that I've been like, you know, borderline begging, like, hey, like I think it's a good idea. Like this is gonna be a lot of fun. Like I can't race with my friends, like, all this stuff. And
Yeah.
so finally convinced her it was a good idea. So I bought uh I'd say a decent sim computer. It was a pre-built from Newegg. It's got a I'm not really good at sim or sorry, just PC in general, but it's got a 4070 graphics card, and so
Mm.
I think that gets you decent decent graphics if you wanted to run triples at 4K. Um, I think there's a lot of tuning that goes into that. But for what I'm doing, I have a 1080p old flat screen TV that is what I use, and a
Nice.
4070 graphics card is like primo. So I didn't have to change any. Actually, the only thing I had to change on the current like rig that I had was the shifter itself had a DIN into the actual wheel base. Um,
Hmm.
for a computer, you have to go DIN to USB
Mm.
connection. So that was like the only thing I had to change. Otherwise, the wheel was compatible with Xbox and computer or PC.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, I immediately started iRacing, and it's it's the most fun I've had in a long time.
Really.
Yeah.
So I've gone back and forth. So ever since when it became obvious that I wasn't going to be like pursuing that anymore, autocross or road courses or
Hmm.
anything like that, it's crossed my mind numerous times, because there's still part of me, and we've talked about it with like Lemons and Champ Car and all that stuff. It's like, yeah, but you could still scratch that itch with like a sim and build some skill and get some, relevant experience.
Yeah, it blew me away the difference in fidelity that was coming through the wheel. It's the same wheel
Hmm.
from what the Xbox could provide to what like iRacing inputting through the computer provided.
Hmm.
Um, I have a T248 Thrustmaster. It's a decent entry level hybrid wheel, so it's a belt and gear drive driven
Hmm.
force feedback. Obviously, you want direct drive, like that is, where you want to be. But even with that type of wheel that I have, it's not a lot of force, but the detail, I mean, you're feeling the bumps, you're feeling the oversteer start to give, you're feeling,
Really?
I mean, it's wild. Um,
Huh.
and you kind of have to play like your mind makes that translation for you from your hands,
Sure.
like, oh, the wheel's getting light. I need to change something.
Yeah.
They make shakers that go under your seat,
Yeah.
and the haptic shakers. Uh, I don't know if I want to do that. That's not where I want to prioritize
Well,
money.
like anything, you're gonna slowly add to it.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and
What I want to do is sell the wheel I have and then get a direct drive, like Sim Magic, direct drive wheel.
mm,
Uh, and that would be a huge upgrade.
yeah.
And then the or the pedals I have are potentiometer pedals. Load cell is what you want to get, which measures pressure rather than distance. Um,
Translation. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, or translates pressure compared to distance.
Yeah.
Because right now, trail braking and stuff like that, it's a little warped in a sense that you're trail braking your distance rather than the pressure, coming off. Uh,
Right. 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 Yeah.
but still, I mean, the principle is still the same, and so like it, I'm learning. I've undoubtedly gotten better at road racing, in the 2 weeks that I've been
Yeah.
racing. Um, the one cool feature I love is you can set a waypoint like leading into a turn. You can do the turn, you hit a
hmm
button, and it instantly brings you back to that point. You do the turn again, hit the button, do the turn again.
Oh. Oh.
So you can
Oh.
just sit there and practice.
So you could do like 100 turns
Yeah.
in, a handful of minutes.
Yep. hmm And it's cool the way they the way they bin you in your class. They do it by splits. So like uh, your I rating and your safety rating go into it, and then like I think your speed as well. And so,
hmm
there could be 75 people that register for a 9:30 race. Well, they'll split you into groups of 12 matched to your skill level. And so you're
Okay.
never getting blown away by somebody. Now, granted, first to 12th, pretty good delta, but like I had my first podium the other day and it was
Nice.
5, 6 seconds, like not
Yeah.
crazy distance away. Uh, and so it's like it always keeps you're always right there, especially when you're in like the top five.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, like I said, it's a blast, and there's never a time where it's like, well, no one's iRacing, I can't, join a race. Like
Yeah.
literally, I
All the
mean,
time.
all the time, because
Hmm.
Europe's
Oh,
racing.
sure. Yeah.
Uh, and you can't hide behind a screen name, it's your name.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
yeah, they'll
No, no shenanigans.
no shenanigans. They can kick you off if you.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, so it's super cool. I'm pumped.
Do you ever can you arrange to be like, could you do like a coaching session with somebody? Like,
Yeah, it's a whole market. There's
oh, really?
a ton of people. I'm a huge Lizard Brain guy, so Lizard Brain's podcast.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
subscriber to their Discord. And the one of the hosts, DJ Allison Rini, he's a coach. You go on YouTube and you can find a ton of YouTube coaches as well.
Mm.
Uh, and there are a lot of things that are not one for one. Some of the tire models are kind of weird, but dude, for an entry level dude, you hop in an
Oh, yeah.
MX-5,
Yeah.
it's about as real as you're gonna get.
Yeah. I imagine it's like anything where it's like the first, you're gonna improve by like leaps and bounds in the beginning.
hmm
Like
Yeah,
the mistakes you're making are probably so gross that, you know, a sim is going to get you really, really far.
yeah,
And then once you become, a tenured racer, the classic, you're chasing tenths, right? It's like,
yeah, yeah.
you know,
Well, the one thing I noticed, um, you know, if I were so like you talk about, the bandwidth level, like how much bandwidth do I have to pay attention to like breakpoints and then also steering
mm,
inputs and then also like don't reckon to anybody. I noticed that, and it's getting better, but it's slow to get better. As soon as somebody's in my mirror, like
Hmm.
all the bandwidth is sucked up and
Oh, really?
I'll go off track, I'll miss breakpoints. And so I'm curious if that translates, if getting better with that aspect will translate to real life road racing. If you're comfortable knowing that somebody's on your tail and you can partition that feeling
Yeah.
and maintain your focus on breakpoint.
I've I've wondered that too because like so I've never raced wheel to wheel, ever. So, but I know like generally the I guess it's a rule, but it's like if somebody's coming in to pass and they get to the halfway point of your car,
Hmm.
they've got you, right? Now
Yeah.
you have to give way to you have to leave them space or a half a car's width around the corner or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like the amount of like use the force, Luke, that a driver would have to be able to handle that scenario
Hmm.
where somebody dive bombs you, successfully gets to your door or the halfway point of your car, and now you have to give way is like unreal because you'd be in the midst of full on like trail braking
Yeah.
and all these other things going on. And now all of a sudden somebody dive bombed you and you have to not touch them and maintain a half a car's width around the corner
Right.
so
And
that you can like partially run them off but can't fully run them off kind of thing.
yeah, I was
It's
running
like it seems that I feel like that would take some practice.
it does. I was running fourth on before I podiumed my first race or had my first podium, and I wanted it so bad, and I was in a very high risk portion of Summit Point Raceway, and it was a right hander. I don't know if you consider it like off camber, but it was not a passing zone by any means.
Mhm.
And I dive bombed him a little bit, and then he turned into me. And you have to understand too, like it's a rookie class, so even
Yeah.
though there's different splits and different capabilities, like that dude, I totally T-bone. Also, probably not as comfortable, with
Yeah.
somebody at his door, you
Yeah.
know. And who knows, like if you're not running triple monitors, you're
Yeah. Did he even
relying
see
on
you?
spotter, yeah, to say, inside right or, whatever.
Yeah.
And so we crashed and I finished, seventh and he finished eighth, uh, something like that. So it's just like, ugh, you
Then he
feel,
got out of the car and fought you in the pits.
well, the thing I'm trying to get used to is it's like short-term memory. No, like there's no time because I always try to like chat the person like, hey man, I'm sorry, like I'm new, I'm trying to figure this shit out. And everybody always just disconnects.
Totally my bad.
Yeah. Everybody disconnects and goes on about their day. But there is a iRacing community Facebook page, and I'm
Hmm.
waiting for somebody, to be pissed off at me because every time you go on Facebook, you see, you know, this asshole thinks he knows what he's doing, and they
Yeah.
share the video, of somebody wrecking them.
Just public shaming.
It's like, Jesus, man, it's a game.
Yeah. The I've wondered too, like if is there any kind of dunce cap that iRacing will give you if you're
Uh,
just a habitual screw up? Is
yeah.
there any kind of penalty for that? Do they label you as such?
Well, they'll suspend you or kick you off, like your
But
subscription.
that's if you're being malicious, if you're out there goofing off. But I mean, like if
Oh, if you're just
you're just
bad.
bad
Hmm.
and you've been at it for years.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know what their criteria is. Like, I'm not sure, if
They
they're just
just
like,
let it
hey, man,
ride.
just this isn't for you. Uh,
Well, maybe because I feel like the community is so large that it's like nobody would ever
yeah. I mean,
remember. It's like if
there's
you're
like,
out in real life with like your local NASA or SCCA, it's like I'm sure everybody knows of the folks that are slow to get it
mhm.
and either help or avoid.
Yeah. I mean, the races are so short in the early, like the So I finished rookie class. I think if you dedicated a day, you could get out of rookie class in a day.
Oh,
Like, just race clean. Don't try to pass anybody. Just keep it on the track, and you get enough safety points to move on.
maybe that's what I had in mind, like the safety points, or
Yeah.
explain those.
Yeah. So I think they count against you. You can have, at least in the class that I'm in now, the beginner, if you will, 17 incident points before they
Hmm.
DQ you from the event. Um,
Oh,
and so, like, you go off track, usually it's one, you lose control. Sometimes one, sometimes they make them four times. So, like, if you go off track and crash into somebody or like make contact, you'll get like four at one time.
oops.
And so you do that a handful of times, and it's like, oh shit, I got 10 incident points
Okay, all right. So yeah, even so, just being bad could get you kicked out or disqualified.
from the race. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So there's a lot of incentive early, especially if you're not, I'm new to iRacing, but I've been like quote unquote sim racing for 5 years now, something like that, 4 or 5 years. So I wasn't riding the struggle bus right off the bat. Like I could keep the car, on the track.
Yeah.
Um, but there's incentive to like not even qualify. Like put me in the back, let everybody
Mm.
go, and just, you know,
Stay out of everybody's way.
Mhm. Yeah. Especially the MX-5, the amount of body roll, or not body roll, but rotation that those cars have, like you easily get enough oversteer to lose it if
Hmm.
you're not ready. Um, yeah. But yeah, as you progress, I mean, there's 2 hour races, there's 20-minute races, like they have 20,
2 hour. Oh man.
they have endurance, like 24-hour races,
Oh my
um,
God.
team races that you can do. So that's why you should get a sim, and then we could make a team, and then we could.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I think I wasn't expecting to have as much fun as I did was the stock car
Oh
side.
really?
Because it's stock car, dirt, oval, um, and they have like dirt road racing, which I'm not sure. I haven't looked into that to see what that's like. It's probably like a rally
Yeah.
cross.
Rallycross.
Um, but yeah, I did a handful of oval races, and dude, it's a freaking blast. Like,
Is
I,
it?
yeah, because you're racing other people, and you know, I saved the replay. I might share it. But I was battling this guy for I don't know, probably 10 minutes. Like, oh, the majority of the race, like we were, I was running the top, and I'd have a ton of exit speed, but then he would catch me, and we would just battle for
Hmm.
forever. And yeah, it's a blast, and hopefully it doesn't take too much time away from being out here this winter.
Well, get your winter projects done and then
Yeah.
get to iRacing.
Well, I have a routine. So I wake up at 5 in the morning, like that's when I wake up. 30 minutes to drink my coffee, like kind of like shake the
Yeah.
cobwebs.
Snap out of it.
And then I race from 5:30 to 6. And then at
Nice.
night, I race the 9:30 to 10. Or yeah, 9:30 to 10 race. So
Hmm.
2 races a day, 30 minutes
Nice.
total. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So,
Hmm.
yep,
You
it's
got to find a
great.
place to put a sim.
Yeah, you should.
You got the basement.
Yeah, get some 2x4s, and
Yeah. Oh
I'm
no,
selling.
I'm gonna shape something up nice just for it.
Oh yeah, there you go. I'm selling a entry level wheel and pedal kit for primo price.
Hmm. Tempting.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I got the computer. It was it was a crazy sale, but I got it for like 1,100 bucks.
Oh really?
Really not expensive. Like, I mean, grand scheme of things, not.
Yeah. Well, big picture. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Not compared to a 383.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, not even close. Oh, before we wrap up this, totally squirrel into another topic. I don't know if you follow Tim Talbot's Turn Fast podcast enough to see like every episode he posts. He is living our dream, man. They're doing the Lemons
Oh,
race.
are they?
He put together a team. They got a BMW. Like they're doing
Nice.
it. So
Hmm.
yeah,
That's yeah. The whether it's lemons or champ or whatever, we need to. I don't know. It feels so hard to pull off, but
yeah. I'm
you know,
watching these guys closely because they're doing
yeah.
the the model is it's not like what we've completely talked about, but like it's a model that is potentially, viable. Um, you know, I think the big difference, I don't know, I'm not sure how close any of them were beforehand. I think there's like some acquaintances and that's how they put
Hmm.
together the team. I'm not 100% sure on the details. Where I think, maybe you and I have a plan of like bringing our close friends to join the party.
Yeah.
But it was cool. Like you should listen to the episode. It's cool to hear them. Like it was supposed to be like, or the way they designed it was like, hey, we're gonna have an episode to introduce the team, talk
Hmm.
about the plan, and then like I think the next part they're gonna release is prepping the car. I think they're getting ready to put a roll cage in and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But throughout the episode, they were like troubleshooting and like game planning and you know,
Yeah.
bench dynoing the race. And I was like, man, that's the goal. Like, let's do
Yeah.
that.
I think yeah, like I said before, like every 3 or 4 years, I end up in a group of people that are like, "Yeah, we should do it. We're gonna do it. We're totally gonna do it." And then I'm always the Debbie Downer. I start throwing around money,
hmm
like not paying for stuff, but like realistically, this is what we're looking at. Like a
Yeah.
bare minimum, here's what it would cost each individual for the safety gear alone and all that.
hmm
And I start getting serious about just the conversation,
Yeah.
not even like we're buying stuff. And that's when you see people backing out left and right. So
Yeah.
it'd be interesting now. I like, you know, I've met enough people. So we've got like our obvious friends that are in the loop. And even, you go a little bit outside of that, that it's like I know a lot of people that are already racing real
hmm
cars, spending their real money on real race
Yeah.
cars
Yeah.
that would do it no problem because they've already got the gear
Yep.
and you know, so
For
it's like
me,
now,
it's less of a finance issue, not even a finance issue. Like, I know what it's going to cost and I'm ready
yeah,
to do it.
yeah,
It's time,
the
it,
time, yeah,
the time window. And, I don't want to waste away the last part of my military career, but things will open up considerably in
yeah.
6 years. Uh,
I think the for me, yeah, I would just need like I said, I could get real serious about it, and I just gotta fig it. Whoa, it's not a swear word, but it felt like it.
felt weird.
Yeah. I got to fit it into my long term project. So it's like if I
Yeah.
let's pretend, for example, that we're in a dreamland. If
hmm
I could knock out sprint car in 18 months, you know, to me it'd be like, all right, well, I could put a race car there and start and feel good about myself. Like that would be a huge life goal. That's a bucket list item that
Yeah.
I'm not going to negotiate. That needs to get done.
hmm
And it's either going to launch me into the next project that's similar, or I can scratch the next bucket list item off, which is I want to go back. I want to finish my dream of road racing, like at the track days and all that. And to me, a champ car is how that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But
Um, yeah. And my long term, I know we spent I think an entire episode talking about it, but I think while I'm in the Air Force, it's not feasible for me to own more than one.
more multiple race
Well,
cars.
yeah. And so I want to continue this podcast. I want to get serious about autocross and like actually do a whole season, national events. And then probably by the end of this assignment, have the car uh, good enough. Good enough's not the right, reliable enough, safe enough to go on a road course and I want to get comfortable racing on doing track days. I don't
Yeah.
want to go out and compete. I will do
Sure. Sure.
HPDE just to gain situational awareness on the
Yeah.
track. And, you know, that to me, like 4 to 6 year plan, uh, postures me at the end of the career to be ready to, invest and do the Champ Car,
Hmm.
Lemons Car thing. Maybe that's sooner, maybe, it isn't going to be as busy as I think it's going to be on my 18th, 19th, 20th year. Um, you know, a lot of things can change. We've been starting to
Sure.
talk about like where we're going to settle down and
Yeah.
trying to make those decisions. Because it's crazy. Like I got to start, if we're going to buy some land, I
Yeah.
got to make those decisions pretty soon.
No, there's some lots for sale across the street. You should
Yeah.
look into that.
Yeah. Well, we're looking for like 5 to 10 acres is the plan.
There's some lots for sale across the street that
Yeah.
way. That's
Okay.
probably more like
Uh, but remind me before or after we hang up, I do want to tell you something off the podcast. I'll edit out this part, but
it.
to
Ooh,
my kind of thoughts. But
sure.
yeah, so we'll see. I know we might sound like a daydreamy podcast sometimes, but that's part
That's
of
the
it.
whole point, right?
That's the whole freaking point.
I mean, yeah, I try not to be like that and say, I definitely don't, I don't vocalize to some of my acquaintances, my closest friends, sure, but my acquaintances, I don't want to be that guy that's like, you know, well, it goes back to the, like, I'm gonna fix it up one day. Just wait, you see. Like,
Mhm.
it's like, all right, well, do you really have the skills and the tools and the time and the money? And
Yeah, yeah.
so I try and be honest about what I think I can do and what I'm trying to do. And a select few get to hear some of my wildest dreams.
Hmm.
But for this, though, I think that's not even that wild, you know, like
No,
Champ Car and all that stuff, something that's every car guy in their right mind has probably expressed interest or even drawn up some very loose plans to participate in something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. And a lot of people do the ride and drive thing, and it's like they just go out and
Sure.
do it. And I think that's cool if like all you care about is going out and driving. But we
Yeah.
talked at length that the planning and the team owning and the management.
I want to build, man. Like
Yeah,
I've told
you're
you
a
that before.
builder.
I want to build.
I'm a manager. Like I like that stuff. Um, so bright future. I'm excited.
Let's make it
Uh,
happen.
yep, let's do it. Well, man, we're about an hour, so
Yep.
shall we wrap it up?
Sounds good.
The internet worked the entire time.
How it
Cool.
goes.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks again for tuning in to the Fast and Slow podcast. We'll see you next time. Get closer to that episode 20.
All right.
Yeah.
See ya.